Motormouth Jenkins here, welcoming you to our brand new YouTube channel. Hope that you'll come back and see every segment each and every week, and I will share preventative maintenance tips and regularly scheduled maintenance tips for your car. So whether you know a little bit about your car or absolutely nothing, this is the channel just for you, where I share over 35 years of experience as a qualified and licensed service technician with truck and coach, light truck and passenger vehicles. Come back and visit us and tell your friends, and we'll see you each and every week right here in the Car Connection Workshop on YouTube. Thought we would give you just a quick update where we are with the transformation of the rocket, and she's all apart up front right now, so we'll give you a close look into that. So let's my display pieces. Well, on this side, the brakes are all ready to go back together there. Everything's cleaned and lubed. And yes, if you look, I have used dun 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 anti-seize. It's everywhere, it's everywhere. Yes, it's everywhere. So this side's ready to go back together. What we ran into was we did an online order, and I'll just say to you folks, when you're ordering car parts online, especially for Hondas, really pay attention to the model, whether it's an EX, a CL, an EXI, or in this case, it's a DX. And on some websites, it'll point to you that the parts that you've picked out fit your vehicle, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they are for that particular vehicle. So let's jump right into it. Here's what we got going on this side. The brakes are on their way. We've got another set coming. They'll be correct this time. So on this side, we have a little extra work to do. We got to change a steering rack boot. So these are going to be the strap. These are the straps to go around this collar right here. Then there's a tube in there, so we'll take a look at that. And we just thought we'd give you a quick update. Then it's time to take the interior apart. We got a new headliner to go in and some seat belts, and then we're going to pull the seats out and do a really great job at detailing it. It's going to be washed and thoroughly detailed, so it's going to have a really good facelift, and it deserves it too. It's been sitting around a little bit. I didn't use it much over the winter, and now it's time. Let's get on this thing and let's really do it up nicely. So I brought a flashlight to show you where this goes in, and these are a little bit of a treat, I can tell you that. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to take the brakes apart. Anyway, you got to take that all apart. But here's where we're looking right here. So that boot is broken, and I'll pull it through. It's gooey too. It's going to be a nasty little beast. I've already done one on the other side, but this is the outer tie rod where my thumb is. See if we can get a bit better light here. There we go. Ta-da! And that really hurts the kneebles, so I'm going to squat here. So the boot is all blown open here. You can see that. This is the rack and pinion unit. This is the inner tie rod. This is where the boot is supposed to be fastened. So I got to cut this off, cut the old boot off. But you also have to get the new boot over, you're going to have to loosen this nut here and unthread the tie rod end. And my secret to that is, so you don't ruin your alignment, when you're taking this nut off, you take the cotter pin out, and then you give it a thump right here with a hammer, but always put the nut back on in case you miss with the hammer and damage the threads on the tie rod end. So this is going to come out. Let me just get something to kneel on. That's just a little rough on my delicate legs, okay? All right, let me just find something to kneel on. Find me something to kneel on. I got something. It's a very large pizza box. Not really. It's a clutch box. Okay, so what you're going to do is, pinch your knee on there so you squeal like a little girl. Not really. Okay, so what I do is, before I pull this out of the knuckle, I'll knock it loose and then I'll put the nut back on. Then what I do is I put a crescent wrench on here and then I loosen this nut just a little bit because that's your adjustment for your toe in and toe out. So I just loosen it enough to free up the tie rod that I can spin this tie rod off. So I'm going to rotate this and spin it till it comes off because it's threaded. This inner tie rod is threaded into the outer tie rod end. So I hold this here, works good with a crescent wrench, adjustable wrench, and then I put my metric wrench on here, which is an 18, and I just hit it and I loosen it so the tie rod is free. Then I'm going to grab this end of the shaft. I have a pair of pliers for doing that without damaging it. I'm going to thread the tie rod end off. So it's going to turn all the way off. Then the threads are exposed. Now when I go to put the boot back over, because the end is so small, I got to take this nut off. So what I'll do is I'll wash this area here with brake parts cleaner and then I'll wipe it till it's absolutely spotless. Then what I do is I take a piece of green frog tape and I go right around. So I do two things. I take my white welding marker and I mark behind this all the way around. Then with my welder's marker, I put a stripe down this nut and a dot behind that. Then I'll put a piece of frog tape over that to be my secondary in case something messes up. Then all I need to know is when I put this nut back on, it's going to come up against my frog tape and then my dots are going to line up where that nut was sitting along the shaft. So see how there's a point there? So I'm going to mark that point to the shaft. That's going to be my reference point. So I have not only the frog tape telling me where the nut has to stop, but I also have my secondary markings. So then I can thread that nut all the way off, get my boot cut off, and it's nasty getting in there. It's tight. It's not going to be something I can show you because there's everything in your grandmother in the way to get that boot off. I'm going to have to cut it off, and then I have to slide the new one on. And then it anchors here. There's a notch where this broken piece is of the boot. As you can see, it's missing. It's all tore out completely. So when I'm done and the boot is on, then I know I have to take my nut and thread that nut back on till I get to the edge of my frog tape. And then I'm going to line up the stripe I put on the top of the crest of this nut with the mark on the shaft. Then I can thread my tie rod end in all the way up until it touches that nut, and then if I have to turn it back just a hair bit to drop it in the hole, then you know what? My alignment is going to be okay. I'm going to be just fine. That's how I do it. That's my secret. So that's my job for tomorrow, is I will cut that out of there and get the new boot fastened in there, and then the brake order will be here on Friday of this week. And all the mechanical will be done on the rocket. Then the rest is aesthetics. I pull all the panels off on the inside, and we'll show you what that looks like too. You're going to think I destroyed the car when I'm done, but I know where it all goes. I think we can put it back. So once we're done with the inside, then we pay attention to the outside, and that's where my friend Ray comes in. We'll let him do the final detailing on the inside and buff this baby up so that it looks absolutely amazing on the outside. So thanks for stopping by. That's an update on where we're at getting the rocket ready for the car show coming up at the end of the month, and we'll have that date and location posted for you, so stick around. I'll put that in the description. The date and where we're going to be. It's in Niagara Falls, Canada. So it's not too far actually from Marineland. Yeah. So we'll give you all those details in the description. So like, share, and follow us on Facebook, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already, and like and share your comments down below, and give us a thumbs up for the videos, a like, and also hit that notification bell so you're notified when we go live streaming on YouTube and Facebook. And we have podcasts coming up which will air every single day at the drive time in the morning at 8 a.m. on iHeartRadio. So always check in with our website at carconnectionbusinessnetwork.com so you know what's going on, where we are, what are we doing next. And our merch store will be posted within another couple of days. Our webmaster is on a list of projects to get done on our site, and that's one of them. The store looks amazing. You have 6 items to choose from. We make $5 off each item to help pay for the video. So thank you in advance for purchasing merchandise. You get to pick the size, the color, the whole 9 yards. Pay for it safely online. Get it. They'll put the order together specifically for you and ship it right to your door. So thank you for doing that in advance. And also check us out on Stevensville on the web. You'll see videos and clips of what's going on behind the scenes with Car Connection, all our outtakes and goofy stuff. That's where you'll find us. Stevensville on the web. So till next time, happy motoring. Keep it under 100. And it is going to be a gooey job. I'm just saying. I don't know why I would say something like that. Shake hands? Maybe? Next time? I understand. We'll see you for more of Car Connection. Thanks for watching. Ring the notification bell, and we'll see you in the next one. Well, thank you for stopping by the Car Connection Workshop right here on YouTube. Don't forget to come back and join us for another segment. So like, share, tag, and follow, and ding that bell so that you don't miss a single edition of Car Connection. So till next time, keep it under 100 and put the coffee on, because we're coming to your house.